Pastor George Borgard, and this is another Higher Things video short. The For You of the Gospel. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. Hey, if you love these videos, if you are daring to be Lutheran with us and you're not even Lutheran, or you are, go ahead and hit like today, subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook and Instagram and wherever you young pups are finding stuff today. You can also go to higherthings.org and hit that donate button today. Your tax-deductible gift will keep these videos going. All right, the For You of the Gospel. The For You, the Gospel, is in the For You. Christ died for you. He died for all. Also, for all means for you. For you is where the faith point is. He did what he did for you. That's what the gospel is. The gospel is in the For You. Now, why am I emphasizing for you? Well, because For You is under attack nowadays. We want to get it out of the way. We want to it's been overemphasized or whatever. And so we want to sort of pull back on the gospel in order to rein the thing in. You know, somebody once told me that their problem with Higher Things, and some of us, is that we seem to be stumbling over each other to forgive children of their sins in many and various hyperbolic ways. And my answer to that was, what's wrong with that? You see, when you think that you know that you're a sinner and you have no hope of saving yourself, no rescue, no righteousness, no good, no light inside yourself that can be pointed toward God, and no desire to point it toward God, that everything about your motives, everything about your sort of self is all turned inward, and you hear the gospel that Christ became your sin. He became your unrighteousness. He became your porn addiction. He became your idolatry. He became your despising of the word. He became your GDs and your OMGs. He became your misuse of God's name. That he became your stealing. He became your hatred and your unforgiving nature. He became your slander and the whispers that you say to others. He became your filth and your adultery. He became the thing that you do when you're in your room alone. He became your coveting. He became your sin. He who knew no sin became your sin. And then he suffered and died as if he committed those sins. And he suffered and died in your place. Here it comes. Wait for it. For you. There's no way not to proclaim that gospel to anyone who's troubled by it. For you. That's the gospel. Christ died for you. Christ rose for you. Christ lives for you. Christ reigns for you. Forever. And he's coming back on the last day for you. It wasn't just anyone who rose again for you. It was the one who suffered for you and was beaten for you and was spit upon for you. He lives now, not for himself, for you. And you're going to live forever in him. And Ephesians calls that hyperbolic. The hyperbolic richness of his goodness for us in Christ. You can't sort of state that in any way other than the most sort of boom way. He has more forgiveness than you can have sins because he died for you. And he's got forgiveness even for you trying to see whether or not you can out-sin him. Don't do that. He's got forgiveness for your past, present, and future sins. Past, present, and future. Every sin of all time that you've committed or will commit, he died for. He died for you. All of that is captured in the little word for you, which shows itself in the words of institution. This is my body broken, given for you. This is my blood of the New Testament shed for you. And that for you requires all hearts to believe, says Dr. Luther. And so when you sort of rejoice in the hyperbolicness of the gospel, you are rejoicing in the for you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about despising the grace of God. Today, it's enough to rejoice in the for you of the gospel. I'm Pastor George Borkart, reminding you that Christ died for you. And this has been another Higher Things video short.